Colorado Hemp Processing Cooperative, Shareholder Enrollment Ask. CHPC, Colorado Hemp Processing Cooperative, COHPC.org. The Colorado Hemp Processing Cooperative, CHPC, is a Limited Cooperative Association, LCA. All hemp is cannabis, but not all cannabis is hemp, only because of federal statutes. By federal statute, hemp is cannabis with less than 0.3% THC, delta-9 tetrahydrocannabinol. Agriculturally cultivated industrial hemp will be the next $1 trillion industry in the United States when millions of acres are under cultivation. CHPC Plan Phase 1, using portable and stationary biochar ovens, turn the waste biomass from the hemp, CBD, and medical recreational cannabis industries into hemp char, trademark, and canna-char, trademark, BioChar. Benefits of hemp char, trademark, and canna-char, trademark, BioChar. 1. Soil remediation and fertilization. Remediates chemical damage from GMO crops. Increase all crop yields 20 to 30%. 2. Water filtration including radium. 3. Key ingredient in biodegradable bioplastics. 4. Eligible for carbon sequestration credits. 5. Electricity generation from the byproducts of the pyrolysis process. 6. Digestive tract health for animals. 7. Hundreds of other products. A key element for success in Phase 1 is to develop the full supply chain for these hemp char and canna-char biochar products. Simultaneously, while building the biochar supply chain, we will educate growers and show them how they can make more profit from industrial hemp than corn, wheat, or hay, and how hemp can easily fit into their crop rotation. CHPC will offer pre-planting contracts to hemp growers so the sale of their harvest is secure. CHPC Plan Phase 2, build the showcase prototype whole hemp plant processing facility. Raw materials produced from whole hemp plant processing include seed for planting, food, cosmetics, and oil, flour for oil, hemp char, trademark, hemp biochar, bast, long fiber, and hurd, short fiber, from the decortication process for building materials, textiles, paper, and thousands of other products. A bonus is electricity from the byproducts of the pyrolysis process will power our facility. These 5 raw materials are key elements in thousands of products. Limited cooperative associations are the most fair and equitable business model for the 21st century. From cooperative supporter Laura Allier, here's the thing about greed capitalism. It's not sustainable. I love the saying that a rising tide lifts all boats because it's so true. The only model that is sustainable is one in which we work together for collective good. You never change things by fighting the existing reality. To change something, build a new model that makes the existing model obsolete. Buckminster Fuller, the inventor of the geodesic dome. CHPC Patron Shareholders, $100 per share. Patron shareholders are traditionally people who are connected to the cooperative because they are involved in the same industry. Currently, patron shares are $100 per share. By Limited Cooperative Association LCA statutes, LCAs make no profits themselves, but all distributable excess revenues go directly to shareholders. LCA statutes mandate that at least 50% of all distributed excess revenues are paid to patron shareholders. and the amount they receive will be on a pro-rata basis in perpetuity. Per LCA statutes, all patron shareholders get one vote in all shareholder voting issues, regardless of how many shares they own. CHPC Investor Shareholders, $1,000 per share. Investor shareholders are investing in the cooperative because they believe in the cooperative's mission and goals. Once excess revenue distributions have begun, 50% of the distributed excess revenues will go to paying back the investor shareholders their full investment. Once their full investment has been paid back, their investor share or shares will convert to Patron Share or shares, with the full statutory pro-rata excess revenue distributions accorded to all patron shareholders. Investor shareholders get a rapid repayment of their investment, in addition to a return on investment, ROI, of 10%, the cost of their patron share or shares, plus patron pro-rata excess revenue distributions in perpetuity. Per LCA statutes, all investor shareholders get one vote in all shareholder voting issues, regardless of how many shares they own. CHPC is a Tier 1 processor. We are actively recruiting Tier 2 processors and manufacturers who will buy the wholesale raw materials that CHPC produces and turn them into consumer products at their processing facilities in close proximity to CHPC's facility. Tier 1, CHPC. Tier 2 processors and manufacturers will take the seed and produce food, cosmetics, seed for replanting, and building products. Flour will make CBD oils and other cannabinoids. The bast fiber can produce textiles, rope, building materials, and supercapacitors. The herd can produce paper, hempcrete, bioplastics, and animal bedding. And the hemp char, trademark, can be used for soil remediation, water filtration, bioplastics, and carbon sequestration credits. CHPC creates rural economic stimulus in at least 3 ways, not including the growers. 1. CHPC's processing facility. 2. Tier 2 processing and manufacturing facilities. 3. Retail hemp factory outlet stores. CHPC is the Tier 1 jobs and economic stimulus. Tier 2 jobs and economic stimulus come from the Tier 2 manufacturers and processors, and the hemp factory outlet stores provide the third level of jobs and economic stimulus. Each CHPC whole hemp plant processing facility will be engineered to process 30 to 50,000 acres of hemp and proactively designed for easy expansion as demands dictate. Future expansion includes at least one processing facility in each of our 6 designated Colorado regions. Cooperatives are allowed to be shareholders in other cooperatives. CHPC will collaborate with similar cooperatives all across the United States to co-create the industrial whole hemp plant processing movement into the best it can be. We will share best practices, SOPs, cultivars, equipment, knowledge, and the sales and marketing of the raw materials we will produce. At the federal level, cooperative shares are not defined as securities and are not subject to the same securities restrictions as corporate stocks. Unaccredited investors may purchase cooperative shares. In Colorado, cooperatives are also not deemed to be monopolistic. Colorado Revised Statutes, Title VII, Corporations and Associations, Section 7-58-110. Relation to restraint of trade and antitrust law. No limited cooperative association formed under or subject to this article shall, solely by its organization and existence, be deemed to be a conspiracy or a combination in restraint of trade, an illegal monopoly, or an attempt to lessen competition, or to fix prices arbitrarily, nor shall the marketing or purchasing contracts and agreements authorized in this article be considered illegal as such, in unlawful restraint of trade, or as part of a conspiracy or combination to accomplish an improper or illegal purpose. Tier 1 hemp processing cooperatives provide true trickle-down economics to rural communities, with local control and fulfilling a collaborative need for growers, Tier 2 processors and manufacturers, and investors. They produce a true win-win-win future, in addition to a win for Mother Earth in accelerating soil microbiome regeneration. The CHPC has the optimum plan to bring the dormant hemp industry into the 21st century with modern technology and to actualize the long overdue economic stimulus for the hard-working people of rural America. Hemp growers who are patron shareholders of the CHPC will be assisted and supported in every way possible by the CHPC to produce successful hemp crops. This assistance and support includes soil analysis, seed procurement, planting protocols, watering and natural fertilization using BioChar, and two-phase harvesting. In addition, the CHPC will show growers how hemp can easily fit into their current crop rotation, and will offer 2 contracts to growers to assure their crops are sold. 1 contract for the seeds and flower, the second contract for the stalks for fiber. By statute, a minimum of 50% of all distributed excess revenues have to be distributed to patron shareholders. This will give them a third revenue stream from their crop. Whole plant hemp processing is a big pie, and everyone can share it. We are paying those who are doing the work. Patron share excess revenue distribution, 50%. Investor share excess revenue distribution, 50%. Patron shares are $100 per share. We are asking hemp growers to purchase patron shares to equitably share in rural economic stimulus that whole hemp plant processing will provide. Patron shareholders are also people who use hemp products and want the CHPC to produce the thousands of consumer products that originate from whole hemp plant processing. With this unprecedented opportunity to revitalize the hemp industry in the best way possible, the CHPC needs your help to bring affordable and sustainable hemp products to all of us. The faster we raise funds, the faster we will have these sustainable hemp products available to help revitalize planet Earth. If you support the sustainability of hemp products, then you should become a CHPC Patron Shareholder. Your financial support will be paid back with excess revenue distributions, and you will facilitate the production of affordable, sustainable hemp products for all to use. We welcome the thousands of hemp supporters who will become CHPC Patron Shareholders. By working together, we, the people, will utilize hemp to change the world for the better. The 21st Century Limited Cooperative Association provides investor shareholders a short-term 10% ROI and a very profitable long-term return on their investment to build a financial legacy with Pro-Rata allocations of excess revenue distributions in perpetuity. All industrial hemp growers need Tier 1 processing, as do all Tier 2 processors and manufacturers. Growers are land rich and cash poor, so they don't have the resources to help us procure our portable biochar oven, and build our showcase prototype whole hemp plant processing facility. That is why we are reaching out to investor shareholders to help make it happen. We are asking like-minded investors who share our long-term big-picture hemp vision to buy 10,000 investor shares at $1,000 per share to help us kickstart the whole hemp plant processing industry with our CanaChar trademark and HempChar trademark ovens and our initial showcase whole hemp plant processing facility. These shares won't last long. Please act now. Thank you for your time and attention. Please join us on this mission to build the next $1 trillion U.S. industry in the right way. For patron and investor share registration forms, please send an email to Dwayne Sternholm at msn.com. That's DuaneStjernholm at msn.com. Or text to 303-525-2611. Thank you for your support. CHPC, Colorado Hemp Processing Cooperative. Website, cohpc.org. Email, info at cohpc.org. Phone and text 303-525-2611. CHPC Shareholder Enrollment Ask, written by Dane Starland. Voiceover by Dwayne Sternholm. Produced by Starland Productions, La Junta, Colorado, USA. 303-525-2611.